In Korea, age plays a very big role in the overall culture and social interactions of its people. For example, in the Korean language, older brother or sister and younger brother or sister are given their own special words to make a clear distinction between the ages of siblings such as hyun, oppa, nuna, and 언니. Further, Koreans employ a plethora of different verb endings to be used with different people of different age groups. A more casual way of speaking is referred to as 반말, which is used strictly with peers. A more formal way of speaking is called 존댓말, which is used when speaking to elders or superiors. Now, where does this all come from? Is it a remnant of ancient philosophy?
Why do you think the age hierarchy system exists in Korea?
Well, short answer would be it came from Confucianist tradition. And in ancient Korea, agriculture was #1 industry, and in agriculture, old people's wisdom is a key point to success because they know what to do when weather is not good or something unexpected happened. So with that practical reason, philosophical background of Confucianism, that it kind of created some sort of synergy. So because of that, age hierarchy system is really strong in Korea.
Because Confucian ideology, which was introduced during the Goryeo dynasty by the Chinese and increased in popularity during the Joseon dynasty, is an integral part of Korean culture, it is reasonable to deduce that age-based hierarchy is likely rooted in the Confucian teachings of filial piety.
From the Confucian classic treatise, Classic of Filial Piety. In serving his parents, a filial son reveres them in daily life. He makes them happy while he nourisheth them. He takes anxious care of them in sickness. He shows great sorrow over their death that was for him, and he sacrifices to them with solemnity. In Korean, the word for filial piety is hyo. People are expected to follow the ways of hyo from an early point in life. This is seen in the words hyoja and hyonya, which can be translated to good son and good daughter respectively. The hyoja and hyonya show great respect and dedication to their parents, and are essentially model children.
Here is a quote from Confucius's Analects. "Few of those who are filial sons and respectful brothers will show disrespect to superiors, and there has never been a man who is respectful to superiors and yet creates disorder. A superior man is devoted to the fundamental. When the root is firmly established, the moral law will grow. Filial piety and brotherly respect are the root of humanity."
If you don't obey this age hierarchy system, and for example, you see a senior or elderly Korean and you don't bow or pay respect, what impacts does that leave?
They think of you as a rude person,
Okay.
disrespectful. Yeah.
Well, now that we've gone over the Confucian ideology and social implications of this age-based hierarchy, let's go into the positives and negatives.
Well, I guess people would all know negative parts. Like, it fixes people's relation. So if older Korean and younger Korean meets, their relation is fixed at 형, 동생, or 언니, 동생 relationship. That kind of stops people from building creative new relationship. Possibly that suits better for two people.
I mean, people make you do stuff for no reason. Like that's one huge negative reason. I mean, just because they're old, they say stuff that's not necessary.
On the other hand, positive thing is it's easier. American people wouldn't understand, but it gives you the certain role. So you kind of know what kind of action you should do and what attitude you should have. So even the two is not really close or cannot be close because of personality, it kind of helps people to bond each other to a certain level, although prevents from building really intimate relationship.
In our research, we have found that age-based hierarchy, which is present in virtually all Korean communities around the world, is indeed rooted in Confucian beliefs. It has persisted for hundreds of years without falter and is alive and well today. In our interviews with Korean nationals who have great experience with this social norm, we have learned much about the modern Korean perspective of this norm. Some people abuse the system in order to further themselves or put others down. Also, age hierarchy fixes relationship dynamics, allowing for very little flexibility in said relationship. However, this fixed relationship can be seen in a positive light when its ease of application is taken into account. People in a social situation are automatically given their roles from the start, greatly facilitating interaction. Age hierarchy, which has withstood the test of time as the foundation of not only Korean but many Asian social structures, has great value to this day. They encourage us to not only be respectful towards each other, but also respect those who have had more life experience as mentors. If we are to advance in the future, we must also learn from our past.